last match before I leave off to the double weekend of like some legacy big tournament plus World Magic Cup qualifying modern. So this is one more modern video. Don't get spooky or scary by this moving off playmats. We just wanted so that you would see more. This is Affinity on the left side of the screen against Abzan Company deck. This is a rematch. This is the second time we record this matchup, so we are quite familiar how it could potentially play out. A bit of a difference here for Affinity is that now he sports a couple of Spellskate's main deck. As kneel down to the list from the World Players Championship. And as for the Abzan Company, well, this is sort of a basic list. Here I didn't really experiment with Evo, Leap and Lily, so instead I was just running I think one wall and the third Corda Calling. And I think Thing Hunter was still in the deck, but then I ended up cutting it and then I've put it back in, so it's kind of a strange relationship with that creature and my Abzan Company list. So Drum into Scourge from Opalan and Dark Seal Citadel, pretty nice start from him. My side was also quite okay. Bird into Kitchen Things off of Razor Ridge Figure and Gavany Township. So Glimmer Void in the Plaything, mana to equip it. Bashfulson with the Scourge for quite a bit. For 6 I believe, yeah. He gains a bit, so I'm down to 14 already on turn, well 16 to be honest. Though I gained 2 from things, so that's pretty sick draw from him, I guess. I mean, it can potentially get better than this, but it's a bit unlikely. Bashing with the things. Play the bird off another bird. The township really making my mana a bit awkward. But I think because I didn't draw the third land, I wanted to go up to the 4 mana for to cast Company. So he cast an Ivory Scourge and the Signal cast, so now the first Scourge with the Plating is up to attack for life. Oh yeah, that's why I played it my last turn this way, because I wanted to keep mana up for Path to get rid of his guy. He does have a basic in his deck for cards like Path, he has to, yeah. Here you see the basic mountain. I think this build doesn't really run Thoughtcast, so there is why there is the basic mountain. Because most of the time you just need red for Galvanic Blast, and that's mostly it, or like Whip Flare. Alrighty then, moving on. So I'm sort of in a tough spot here, but it's not really all that crazy. He was actually debating to equip one of his guys like to the Plating, but with Opal and Drum up, I think he can do that instant speed. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's possible. Though it says like attach, but yeah, I think he can do that. So that's why he probably just passed the turn. I attack with the Kitchen Things once again, and hoping for good flips from Collecting Company. So he's attaching the second Scourge to plate in here, plays a Memnite, that's alright. He still has double black to re-equip it here. We're counting the math, it's supposed to be for quite a bit, but before damage I obviously want to cast my company here. To see, maybe I hit some like kitchen things, or what else could help me here. Witness to get back path, and then things like that. So I don't think it's lethal here anyways. It's not 16, I believe. Company got me a Thing Hunter in the Unoffensive. Oh wow. Yeah, I was super quick here, and for some reason he didn't quite realize what he could have done here. Really? Now that I look at it, it's like, oh, yeah, he can still do it. It's like after I exile his guy, I mean hide his guy. So, yeah, okay, so he saw that. For some reason, I didn't remember whether like he attached it or not in this match. Yeah, okay, so took just 6, which is perfectly fine. I am 1 card away from comboing, and here it is, but he does have responses. So in response to the Seer, he blasts away the Unoffensive. So the Seer is still on the stack, so I can't really hit an Unoffensive to it. And the thing is that if the combo would resolve, I don't know if I would go for it or just wait until he would try to do something. Anyways, I'm at 10, his next attack is not lethal, so nothing much to worry about. So Bashfulson with the things, I have to win a game somehow. Actually, I decide to attack with both my guys. He has only Memnite on the blocks. Then use up some mana to cast another things. I'm up to 12, he's down to 12, so looking good for me. Edge Champion is a little bit annoying, especially with the plating, but I have a Seer in play on 2 things, so I could potentially gain a few more life, like 4 more life. And I think at this point it's okay to just start sacrificing some of my dudes to Seer to dig for an Unoffensive or Melira. One Unoffensive was killed, so the odds are not huge, but it's not just actual creature, it's also the Corridor Calling to fetch for it. But in that case I have to be careful how much I actually sacrifice. So sacrificed one of the things, so it persists, pushes 1 to the bottom, sacrifice that things, same one again. Debating whether I want that next card, probably not, as I remember. Yeah, push it to the bottom. Basically I'm digging for the missing part or just for cord. I actually should have maybe sacrificed here Thing Hunter instead of a bird, because that gives me a cord as an out. But, well, I did dig for the Melira, so that was there. And then the combo is up. He apparently doesn't have an answer. His only interaction is just 4 Gale Blasts, so the odds are still okay for him to have a second blast, but no, he didn't, so now he has to have removal for Melira and draw an Axis to win somehow through Infect. So I don't change my life total much because we all know that at this point it's quite a big number. It's probably not gonna fit in that app anyway. That will be a little bit too much clicking. Show him a path in my hand for an Axis, which is his basically almost only out. Like draw a blast and have an Axis, and I have a path for it already. And by the time like he can do anything, I will scry till I get the Red Cap. Actually, this Sunday at the World Magic Clue Fair, I might not be playing the Red Cap in the deck. I might be playing just Blood Artists because I really feel that the need to play Archangel plus Feeder, and that's actually makes it one more unflippable creature for company. Because I don't really want to cut Linvala from the main deck. I think the impact of Linvala on the matchups is way bigger than the impact of the Red Cap in general, overall. So trying out like to replace artists, to replace Red Cap with the artists, so that the creature count for company stays the same. Obviously, bring in Kataki, bring in Pontiff, bring in Pride Mage, which I don't run main deck. It's okay, but not spectacular. Taking out voices because they don't really do much. He doesn't do really anything on my turn outside of blasts, and he has a lot of flyers or creatures like Edge Champion, so it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Bring in Decays, of course, so in addition to 2 main deck paths, Scoundrels doesn't really do anything in this matchup. Wall doesn't really do much in this matchup. Taking out 1 Witness because it's a little bit too slow for this matchup, and 1 is okay for Corda calling purposes. So stuff like this. Oh yeah, and when he starts sideboarding, I instantly realized that yes, like Whip Flare and Blast is a thing, so I then took out 1 more card for Burton Forstander. So he brings in not just Whip Flare, but also the new card, the Girapur, whatever, the free money enchantment, which says like tap an artifact and ping 1 damage, so brings in 1 Footsies, takes out like some Overseers and Past and stuff like that, and I think maybe like a Memnite or things like that, the least powerful creatures. So yeah, bring in the Forstander, over what? Yeah, over 1 Seer. So keep 1 Seer in and 1 Cartel in as the sack outlets. This Sunday might be sporting like just 2 Seers and no Cartel because of like might go back to 3 chords. I'm not sure. Like I like the leap so much, but in not very grindy matchups where it's all about speeds, like chord might be better, and like if a lot of people will actually be impacted in terms of their deck choice decision this weekend and would choose Affinity or Leave in Hand because of the Players' Championship or stuff like that, or just be convinced about it, Chord is probably better than Evil Leap, because in those matchups you want to have a fast combo or like tutor up like a hate creature for them, In case of Living End, that's Seer. In case of Affinity, that's probably something like Pontiff, or maybe Linvala. Well, not so much Linvala, but like a missing combo piece probably against Affinity. Oh no, Kataki, obviously Kataki. And against Living End, it's this Seer. So it's pretty hard to guess what's the correct choice. I think it's Burn decks. Chord is still better. At least game 1. Games 2 and 3, so after sideboards, I'm not sure. Actually think you side out Chords against Burn because it's a bit too slow. And in game 1 against Burn, definitely Chord is better than Delete. Gets you the Mason piece, or it can get you like a Wall of Fruits, and then you can block for days, something like this. So it's all about metagaming. And just at the last PPTQ Modern during the summer season I played in, there were like, well, actually like a couple of PPTQs the same weekend, I think. So with the same Abzan Company, I ran into a bunch of mid-rangey fair decks and Twin, which is actually kind of like in the same side of the spectrum in terms of how you build Abzan Company. Like against Twin, you also want actually Evo Leap, because Chords costs way more and they just counter it, but Leap is especially good after sideboarding because they get Anger and they get a lot of like control cards and they actually take out part of the combo. So having that enchantments which can get you so much card advantage is actually very good in the Twin matchup, like basically against any version of it, like Timor, straight blue red, or just Grixis Twin. So Citadel and Blink Moth into Scourge, into one more Scourge from him. I just pelted myself with a Thatch and Temple Garden into Birds. So Pontiff would be just absurd here. Sadly, it's just a Kataki, which is still good. Still good. Because he knows the card, but just to remind himself. And also the sorrry, which is not super important here, but brings me closer to the combo. So he pays 2 for the Scourges, lays down a Glimmerwood, attacks with the Flyers. I'm down at 14, he's up to 19. Because he cast those Scourges with Phyrexian mana. Second Township is kind of awkward here. So really hoping for the Birds to actually do stuff here. One piece away from the combo. Gataki and Seer strike in. Now he has to pay 2 for the Scourges. Actually 1 more for the Citadel, but we somehow forget it. Actually last turn he also had it, so we kind of fix the board state. So 1 less life for him and 1 more for me, and we decide that like in this situation the Scourge must have died. So we optimize this situation. because Kataki doesn't say like destroy, it says sacrifice, so the indestructibility for Scourge doesn't matter, so he actually decides to pay 1 to keep the Citadel and then casts Whip Flare. I start to sacrifice my stuff to scry a few times. 8 birds, 8 Hatsaki. This first one went to the bottom. This one actually went to the bottom as well. Then eat the seer itself, and not eat the things, because it just bounces back, gains me a couple life, and I get to keep a 2/1 creature in play. And if I draw some lands or some Matadors, I can then use up the township to reload it. So that is available to me. Potentially I drew 4 lands, so 1 land away from reloading it. Bolting myself via fetch and the shock. Taking a bit of damage here, but he has no creatures in play. Okay, he has the Blink of Naxos, but that's not relevant as of yet. Casting an Offensa, so basically a cartel, or like, well, can't cast Witness from this mana, but I wanted black for cards like Pontiff, Abrupt Decay, stuff like that. Witness is less important here actually. And I needed the double white to cast an Offensa, so Township really hurting me quite a bit here. But any next creature reloads the Fangs, and then I'm 1 piece away from comboing. But he has the Whip Flare here, which 2-for-1s me here, so a bit unfortunate, but he has no pressure. I'm still at 16 life, and with more gas in hand. Well, not that much to be honest, but not completely out of cards. Blood Moon, and now I'm screwed, because I think I had 2 cards in my hand. One was Melira, one was Path. What I could have done is like play Melira and keep the Path up in case he has Blood Moon, which I know he poured it in. Then I would just Path my gun, get a basic, and have like forest so that I can cast like collected companies and stuff. His Edge Champion is actually switched off, so it's a stare down contest until he draws like a Galvanic Blast for my Offensa or something like this, or I would be forced to make some bad trades. So my Township is off as well. He gets a Ravager, which is a bit sad. He can't really attack because he definitely doesn't want to trade my champion for an Offensa. But once he, oh, this is aggressive. This is so aggressive. Why did he do it this way? Ah, shit! Like I forgot. Sorry, guys. His citadels are still artifacts, so his champion was actually online. So he really just needed to draw like 1 more citadel, and that was about it. Like I remember in the match I asked him about this situation, and yes, like citadels under Blood Moon, they still remain as artifact lands. They're not indestructible, I believe. They're still artifact lands. So that's a good thing to remember. Lighting comes down, and now I'm totally screwed. I wouldn't have been screwed at all if I would have had like access to my mana. I think at this point I even had the like collected company in hand, which I couldn't just cast at all. So I was just hoping for basic lands here, but no much luck. Just a Fang Switch I can't cast, Fin Hunter, Cartel, Company, Path Melira, so I had it all basically. I basically had it all and I just couldn't cast anything. So the Blood Wound really wrecked me here. Of course, pathing my own Milair would have been like pretty sad, but on the other hand I would be able to cast Company, and that's gives me potentially 1 card back, so oh well. Cases like this happen. The township really bited me. I think I would have fetched some basics if I would have had the luxury. So if not those townships. So that's why you play 2, folks. Because you have double whites, double green, plus sideboard you have double black because of Fulminator, so don't you ever think of like running 3 townships. Not in this deck, sorry. Not in this deck. I believe even the Naya Company, the Zoo-ish version, doesn't run a whole lot of the... I know, they run actually 1 more. I believe they run like 1 casting at least, 1 ghost quarter at least, and maybe 1 township, I'm not sure. Like, I know more or less the configuration of the deck, but somehow I never looked at the exact deck lists. So maybe they just run those 2, like 1 casting, 1 quarter, and no township. They might run like a Trade Up or Steering Wildwood, like probably at least 1 mainland, because they kinda have to, I guess, because doesn't really hurt, and like those mainlands give color to mana. It's probably not Rage and Ravine, I believe, because with access to whites, kind of feels like Wildwood is better if you don't want Trade Up. Anyways, he have into birds in just from a basic forest. Because I don't want to get wrecked by the moon once again. So Glimmerwood into Memnite Drum and another Opal, and now he has like actually 2 more mana. the nut butters. Really the nut butters. Thoughtseize. Trying to snap away like potential Kataki or stuff like this. Show him Timberlands, another birds here in the Milaira. He probably takes Milaira. So passes the turn, nothing to cast from that 1 mana. Which feels odd. I don't know, like should I be happy about it or not? Just playing out the bird and the seer and hope he doesn't have like a whip player or something, because that would be sad. That would be really sad. Inkmoth Nexus, he now has access to 4 mana if he needs it. 2 mana to cast a Scourge without pain, and I believe he just passed the turn. Didn't really want to trade the Memnite for my Seer, which is probably okay plan, because you can like he can potentially draw a Wood Flare, and then he would regret offering that kind of trade, and 1 damage actually wouldn't matter a whole lot here, I guess. Land number 3 for me, and I'm just passing the turn, which should be very suspicious for him, because if I'm passing the turn like this, unless I have like all the lands, it just means Company or Chord. I'm taking 1 poison and 1 normal damage. couldn't fetch it before. I noticed it immediately. I wonder why I didn't cast like company if I had it in my hands before the damage. So that felt weird. I just didn't have anything, right? I was flooded like hell. I guess that's why. Thickets, moorlands, no gas. Now I'm at least whip flare proof. I have some chum blockers if I really need to, and I can hit them up to the seer those birds so that I can scry to get some kind of action. Anime sync off. Dashes with the team. Actually here there is a chance that I would attack with the Nem Knight as well. I don't think it would have been a bad attack. So he has an X-Eye to pump, but he doesn't really have to here because I jumped with the bird. I can take a bit of normal damage, but I don't want to take too much infect here, I guess. So now the Wall Scourge. Once again, Pontiff would have been insane here. Or just a chord into Pontiff. Land number 5, and Linvala comes into the picture. Don't really want to block Inkmoth because of the what is it? The keyword actual infect. Yeah, I think that's the keyword. Because those mean -1/1 counters. I don't want to downsize my Linvala because then it's potentially a victim of whip flare if like he Gale Blast something and then I'm maybe like forced to use a Burrington for standard, so things of that nature. Now Linvala basically locks his non-Inkmoth. Even makes it awkward to attack with any blink mob next eye. So I'm in a really good spot here. It is a very nice card in this matchup, indeed. Switches off apart from blocking those small flyers. It also switches off Ravager, Overseer, and Hanger Backwalker if they decide to put it into the deck. Switch those Spellskite as well, which is a relatively nice bonus. On the other hand, I'm not sure if they want to keep it in the deck after sideboarding in this matchup. Maybe they would, because it's still like big creature which gets all the pumps from all the synergies, so it's never really dead. So ate a guy from him, took some damage, that's fine. He has just a Mem Knight in there, but that's and he can animate Naxxus, every one of them, so not really attacking yet. Hoping to draw like a chord to grab like an instant speed Pontiff. That would be just nuts once again, or just to slam it in from Galactic Company also would be nice. Ravager doesn't do shit here because of Linvala. as I mentioned, now end of turn company. So Pontiff like would eat 4 creatures here, because he cannot eat his guys to Ravager. Instead I hit Justification things and Noble, which is okay-ish. I should have eaten like the Noble end of turn here to scry more, to dig for more action. And I should have probably fetched in response to company, and now it's too late. But still, like, I should have sacked the Noble to dig deeper. Noble actually doesn't do anything here, because I still don't want to attack, really. I get a bird, so now end of turn I would be eating some of my guys to dig for more action or for the missing part of the combo. Gets to cast an Edge Champion, which actually is a little bit too late to the party. He can't give it counters from Ravager unless the Ravager actually dies. And even in that case, it will be only 1 counter. So not a huge threat. Not a huge threat. Starting to sacrifice guys. Start from the Noble because it's not non-flyer. Push that card to the bottom. It's in the bird. Scrying to the bottom again. Can't really sacrifice that fetch land because of all those scries to the bottom. Draw a Pride Mage, which is actually not the worst here. It at least it's up a plaything, which could be actually potentially lethal here. 1, 2, 3. Animating some Nexi. So potentially 5. With champion 7, 8, 9, 10. It would have been lethal actually. Well, yeah, it would have been lethal. Jeez. Okay, so Pride Mage was actually huge here. Like, he just got another champion, which is not enough. And if he would have drawn like a Platon, I would have been like just absolute stone dead. I think he had enough mana to do all this stuff. Now I just had a Kataki, which is actually pretty sick here. Now I'm actually not that to a plate, and even he top decks like a Galvanic Blast or something like this. That is really insane. A lot of his stuff doesn't really matter at this point. Only if he would have top decked a plating. It's upkeep, so he doesn't really know whether he gets it or not. It's safe to say that he eats up most of his stuff outside of I don't know. Well, he doesn't really need the marks here because he has Glimmer Void for color mana. So he can pay, so he adds up some mana actually here, like from the drum and Mox with the Kataki ability still on the stack. So he pays up 4 to keep past champions and Ravager. Not sure if I would have kept actually those cards, so he still actually has 2 money in pool. So he gets to actually keep 2 more stuff, is it? Because 4 plus 2, 6. So he can actually keep 1 more card in there? Huh. That's weird. Okay, I guess he miscounted. Well, it was not the easiest situation. Smashes in with everybody, so the champions would be yeah, I kind of convinced him, like, I sure want to attack with the pass because I can just eat it with the Windvala. So I attack for yeah, because even though he would push me down to 6 if he would attack with a pass, but I would have eaten it, and then, well, Galblast still doesn't do it because I have Burnton in play. Kitchen Things provides me some more room, some buys me more time. Now I could actually attack with some stuff, but I think I might have chickened away that turn again. No, like, well, the previous turn maybe I should have attacked with something at least. Attack with the sorry. 4-3 thanks to Exalted from Pride Mage. He champs with the Ravager. He forgets to put a counter from it. Oh my god. He could have kept 1 more artifact in there, and now, like, he forgot to put a counter from the Ravager. Jeez. Those, like, 2 points could have mattered a lot, actually. Oh gee. Okay, taking for 4. I would have been potentially at 5 actually, but well, actually those points wouldn't have mattered a huge deal because of the things, 2 of them, because I would gain a few more life. I don't know. Yes, now 5 artifacts, so he has to pay for all of this jazz. But he actually can float to mana, etc. But now I have Cord for Defense or Lyra, and yep, not much he can do. Keeping 1 mana up in case I would need to kill something. Yeah, okay, like, I don't think there was a way for him to win this game, given what he drew. So now Lyra just wrecks him. Infinite life, and then next turn I scry up, like, up to red cap, get the 2nd black from that Fetchland, and not much he can do. He would need a bunch of removal, because now Gale Blast doesn't help, and Whiplayer doesn't help because of Burnton First Ender, and he would need also a plating or something. Yep, Forced Ender securing the spot, even though he didn't really draw stuff to make it relevant. Okay, thanks guys, bye.